Making pancakes from scratch is really easy. It's just a matter of getting your ingredients together. Typically, there's 9 to 10 ingredients for pancakes. You have your wet ingredients. We have a cup and a half of whole milk or buttermilk. I like buttermilk, but for this application, I'm using the whole milk. The buttermilk gives you more of a flatter, thinner pancake. The whole milk doesn't. We got 1 egg. We've got 3 ounces of brown, or actually 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, dark. I've got 1 teaspoon of the Medusa chai spice, or half a teaspoon of salt, 2 ounces of butter that needs to be melted. Most of the time on the box of pancake mix it says add vegetable oil or something like that. I like to use butter. I don't like to use vegetable oil because it's a flavor thing for me. I want it to taste good. Your wet ingredient, you got everything in here except your baking powder, which is 2 teaspoons, and 2 cups of flour here. As soon as we get our butter melted, you can do this at home in the microwave. You could microwave your butter. You don't need to do it on the stove. All you need to do is just to get it melted. But we got that seasoning. I apologize, we used pumpkin spice for the pumpkin pancakes. I didn't use chai spice, but you could use the chai, but we used the Medusa pumpkin spice. Okay, we've got our butter melted. That's going in our wet ingredients. And the reason why we mix this now is because we want our pancakes to be tender, right? We don't want them chewy, and we don't want them really thick and cakey. But you mix all your ingredients without the flour and baking powder first to get it well combined. And then when you add your flour and baking powder, you want to mix it until it's just put together. Ounce of water or milk will work just to thin that down just a little bit. That's it. You don't want to mix this batter too much. And that's our pancake batter, and we're going to make some pancakes. See how our batter is, it's got a nice texture. Pour the excess butter off, because we don't want it, unless you want a crispy pancake. And you always start off with 2 just to do a check. Make sure your pan is not too hot. Right now we've got that on high heat. We're going to go down to medium now, because we've got pumpkin meat in this batter, and we've got sugar in this batter, so it could over caramelize on the outside if it's too hot. So we want to do this at a medium heat on these pancakes. So we've got the non-stick pan. We poured out the butter, so we just have a little bit of butter in there, and we want a medium heat. Unlike regular pancakes, these take a little bit longer to cook because of the heaviness batter. But as you can see, this is why you start out with a couple, because you want to get that temperature just right. We're looking at 325 if you're working on a griddle at home as a thermostat. 325, 340 is about where you want to be. So we have our heat a little bit too high, so we'll just turn it down a bit. Let's, with the first pancakes, it usually gives you an idea of where you're at. And if you don't know if your pancakes are done, you just break them in half from the bottom. They usually take half the time on the other side. Now those are a little dark, so we're gonna make another couple. But those are definitely edible. pumpkin seeds. Northern Wisconsin maple syrup. There we go. Well, we got this heat dialed in now. There's your pumpkin pancake.